Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games and part 9 of my How to Play Warhammer 40,000 series. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be taking you through the rules for the morale phase. We're close to the end of the series now, as we've covered the key concepts, the data sheets, worked through the command phase, movement phase, psychic phase, shooting phase, charge phase, and even the fight phase. But now it's time to go through the final stage of the battle order, which is the morale phase. The morale phase is split into two steps. First, you take morale tests for your units, and then you remove any out of coherency models. Let's start with morale tests, and starting with the player whose turn is taking place, the players must alternate selecting a unit from their army that has had models destroyed this turn, and then take a morale test for it. Once all units have taken their morale tests, you then progress to the unit coherency check step. But first, let's go into a little bit more detail about morale tests and the combat attrition tests. To take a morale test, roll 1d6 and add the number of models from the unit that have been destroyed this turn. If the result is equal to or less than the highest leadership characteristic in the unit, the morale test is passed and nothing else happens. An unmodified roll of 1 is always a success and no models will flee. But if the morale test exceeds the unit's leadership characteristic, one model flees and other models must then take the combat attrition test. For the combat attrition test, you roll 1d6 for each remaining model in the unit. For each one you roll, one additional model flees. If the unit is below half strength, you subtract 1 from the combat attrition test result. That takes care of the morale test, so now let's look at the unit coherency checks. Each player must now remove models one at a time from any of the units in their armies that are no longer in unit coherency as we defined in part 1 of this series. The models removed count as having been destroyed, but they never trigger any rules that are used when a model is destroyed. Models removed because of this do not cause their unit to take another morale test. That now covers every phase of the battle round, and now you know how to play the morale phase. It's time to move on to the final part of the series, where we'll look at putting together a mission and getting started with a battle. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this has helped you to work through the morale phase of the battle round. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can keep up to date with all the next parts of this series. I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone that's helped make this series possible, and so thanks to everyone who's either provided a product or sponsored this video series. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. I'll put links in the description below to everyone who's contributed to the series, and I'd love it if you went and checked out their websites and supported their work. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.